What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp. It is March 15th, 2021. This is the Fightful post-Raw review. We are hitting the last yellow light on the road to WrestleMania. We've got Fastlane this weekend. NWA back for the attack this weekend. AEW Elevation debuted today. There's WrestleMania drama. There's COVID drama, Denise.
There's Sean Ross Sapp, Denise drama.
Is there? What drama do we have?
I don't know. Let's make a drama. I'm always up for a good feud.
You picked Luke to register as a tag team with.
Look, I thought we were already registered. That's why I didn't mention you. I figured we were already set as a tag team here, you know?
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't work for me, brother. That doesn't work for me.
I don't know what to tell you. I have multiple options.
No, you can't do that. You represent Fightful.
You have multiple options too.
No, just me and you. Just me and you. You represent Fightful and WrestleMyBritishGranny.com. Denise Salcedo of WrestleMyBritishGranny.com. There you go.
My dream come true, by the way. I've always wanted to work for WrestleMyBritishGranny.com. You know,
who doesn't?
Publication for like all my life, so this is a dream come true.
Who doesn't? Guys, while you're here, please leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe. The more people that watch and the more people that subscribe, the more that people will find this video. And donate a super chat to get your question or statement read on the air. I'm likely to plug Fightful Select because we have some pretty big news dropping all throughout the week, and we did today as well. Daniel R says, SRS, you're awesome. And new Quizlemania champ. Denise, they just can't do it without me.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're back. I think I'm banned for life. I think Adam is still very mad at me over Bland Plate. He hasn't talked to me at all since then.
Well, let me tell you, I'm going to do some stuff that might get me banned in the first 5 minutes of the show this week.
Oh, good luck.
Oh, boy. Guys, I'll get my big plug out of the way.
Wait, was I supposed to laugh at that?
No, I was. I popped myself. And if you want to get your plug out of the way and pop your... Never mind. Anakin JMT says, RIP to Sean's dream arm, I guess. Good luck Wednesday. Queen of the Ring had a dream that I got my arm bitten off by an alligator while she was hooking up with Bad Bunny or something.
What?
Yeah. But
I wonder what that means. You should look it up in dream moods and find out the significance of that.
I've done that. That sounds like a whole podcast we should do in the future. That sounds like one that people would like. But I interviewed Thunder Rosa. It is up now on Fightful.com. We talked about Makito. Her immediate response to me saying Makito popped up was, and I quote, that bitch. So make sure you guys check it out. Over 45 minutes talking with Thunder Rosa. I could talk to her all day. She is right in the wheelhouse of what Fightful does. MMA, pro wrestling, all that. But I feel like we got to get this news out of the way, and not even out of the way. The WrestleMania on sale tickets have been pushed back. That is not a good sign. That is not a good thing. And I'm going to have some more news on that on FightfulSelect.com tomorrow. Denise, what's your reaction when you hear this? Because they're cutting it kind of close.
Well, yeah. Well, I felt like they were cutting it kind of close already, like from a start, because, you know, because the first number I think that they threw out there that they were going to have was 30,000 people or so each night, right? That was the first number that I remember hearing.
Yeah, reported, we should say.
Okay. So then when that happened, I thought, well, are they going to do cutouts? Like, is that still going to be a thing? And then I figured, well, if they're going to do something like that, they would have done it already. So a lot of stuff, I kept thinking, well, they would have done it. Then there was a reported higher number afterwards. And so I'm just thinking, based on this change, I have a feeling that either A, there's going to be some sort of change, whether they're going to probably do like a full venue sort of thing, maybe change the venue. I don't know. But those are just some things that pop into my mind because I'm thinking like what could have changed between just recently that this announcement was made that they were going to have the tickets go on sale next week this week, this week, to all of a sudden not having it be this week. So it is a little bit alarming.
Well, I think it's kind of appropriate that Anakin JMT, who I have heat with, by the way, Anakin, me and Anakin did a gimmick, or actually we announced a gimmick on the SmackDown post show that every time there was a roll-up finish on WWE, I would eat a fruit roll-up as a result.
Was that today?
Hold on. Well, this was recently. And we joked that Anakin says he mails us stuff, but takes too long to do it. And he actually sent me some fruit snacks. However, I got to bury him right here. Not only did he sent me the organic ones, which I appreciate because, whatever I can to watch my figure. But he sends Jeremy like this giant variety pack of stuff. Now, I get it.
Arbor fruit roll-ups.
But I got to bury him. I got to bury you, Anakin. This is not a fruit roll-up. This is fruit by the foot.
I love fruit by the foot.
I do too, but I got to bury him. Anakin ruined the bit.
No, it does count as a fruit roll-up.
No, fruit roll-ups are the little crappy sheets that are way less good than. I mean,
that don't roll out vertical, but like more like this.
Like a page, yes. They're like the ones
that you can wrap around your finger.
Yeah, you could take them and throw them at people like Brody Lee did.
I thought they were the same thing though.
No,
I thought they were all under the same family tree of being a fruit roll-up.
He says they don't make this isn't healthy either. This is healthy in comparison. Look, when they make these organic, they make them so thin you can practically see through them. Like oh man,
so healthy conscious.
You used to be able to punch them out, but now they have tattoos and stuff. But anyway,
they used to do the tongue one where you can place your tongue and you press it on and you get a tattoo.
Gross stuff. But Jam on Ryan B. James says SRS was Chubbs Peterson and Alex's dream. I like that reference. By the way, guys, donate a super chat, get your question or statement read on the air. But Anakin brings us to our next point. Thoughts on UFC running full capacity shows in April? How soon will WWE follow suit? Well, here's the situation. 15,000 is a lot different than open air 30,000, 40,000. Bit of a difference there. I don't think UFC should be doing it, especially with the fan base that they cultivate. That is going to be a super spreader event, even though vaccines are on the way. And hopefully by then, we're looking at maybe, hopefully 20% of 25% of the population is vaccinated. Then it's still going to be a super spreader event. I don't like this idea at capacity. If it were like 5,000, maybe.
Yeah, this makes me very nervous. I don't even know what to say about this really, but just kind of hearing that news and then the WWE news, I feel like they have to sort of coincide in a way. Cyclops says Gushers fruit roll-ups. Gushers are so good, dude. I can feel the cavities coming in though with them Gushers.
Yeah. So guys, get those super chats in. We've got plenty to talk about. And speaking of, this all kind of ties together. I reported today on FightfulSelect.com that a couple of matches at least, and I've reported which ones on Select, have been pulled from NXT this week because, Denise, they have another breakout. I feel like Taz's sloppy shop comments were 4 breakouts ago. Seems like he was right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say. I just feel like it's a totally different environment down there in Florida. And I just really don't know because they don't have the mask mandate anymore, do they? Right? In Florida.
I think that was Texas. I'm not that hip to the Florida laws.
I think Florida doesn't have the mask mandate. Or is it Texas? Okay,
Texas.
I thought it was Florida for some reason. All right, whatever. I guess somebody in the chat can double check that. But either way, it's just like I feel things are run differently down there. And so I really just don't know. But it's scary. It sucks. And what can you say? What can you say? I don't know. This isn't the first outbreak. Probably not going to be the last. That's what I say.
It was in conjunction with an event on Thursday where there was some mandatory attendance for the people who were invited to do it. And they were moving rings from one building to another. And there were a lot of people not wearing masks. And my God, Hannah says Florida never had a mask mandate. Pretty sure their governor banned mayors from implementing one. Well, I mean, this is the same governor who was paid off. You got to remember, he was paid off by a super PAC in donation with WWE. It's
just
rough.
Like, here's the thing though, like I think about it and I think about how like if there's not a let's just say that in California there was not a mask mandate, right? But it was highly recommended. I feel like as my own person, I would still wear a mask
Sure.
even if it wasn't mandated. And I know a lot of people don't think that way because you don't want to look like a geek, right? When all the cool kids aren't wearing masks and you're the one like a dork wearing a mask.
Nah,
I get
I
that,
don't.
right?
I don't
That's
give a
some
shit.
people's mentality though, Sean, which is very sad. But it's just like in my mind, I'm like, dude, you know what's going on. Just wear the damn mask and like protect yourself, protect your coworkers, protect everybody, period.
Yeah, I don't care. If somebody clowns me for wearing a mask, they can catch a smack. Don't care. Do not care. Their little hee-hees and ha-has are not worth somebody dying.
No.
But Daniel R says, I know what to say, Denise. Be safe, people. Yes, and WWE has not been safe. They've been very sloppy about it. Cyclops says Masvidal getting a title shot is a joke. It is. By the way, guys, I feel like this is a good time to announce this. Shaquille Majuri's Fightful MMA podcast, the 1-2 Punch, has moved to FightfulSelect.com live on Fridays for non-pay-per-view weeks. So it's another perk of subscribing to FightfulSelect.com. We have shows every single day now. 7 shows a week. Make sure you guys check that out. And Anakin wraps us up before we get into the Raw review and says, if you didn't care about Healthy Edison, the real deal, got to go with what is available. No, here's the thing. It's just that I get that this should be called a fruit roll-up, right? I mean, it rolls up and it's fruit, but that's not what a fruit roll-up is. This is fruit by the foot. Now, I like fruit by the foot.
It's not on your foot though. So are we gonna get super technical here? Come on.
Well, I mean, the point was that we were calling out how many roll-ups there were. Also, I feel like I got to show all these comments because otherwise you'll cry.
You know what, Sean? I'm having my own issues, okay, at the moment.
What issues? What issues?
What? This isn't personal hour.
But why'd you bring it up?
Because you said I was going to cry.
Oh.
What does the O mean?
Oh.
What does that mean?
Guys, get your super chats in. Speculate what's going on with Denise, please.
What do you know about my life?
Get it read on the air. I know everything, Denise. I talk to everybody.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, let's be honest. I have given you scoops on your own personal life several times over the last few months. Have I or have I not?
No comment.
Exactly. I'm out here sniffing out scoops for Denise. That's what I'm doing.
Can you please emphasize though that I had nothing to do with that though. Okay, I had nothing to do with it whatsoever. All right, nothing to do with it.
Okay, we've got Raw to talk about. It wasn't a terrible Raw or anything. Like it wasn't one that I'll look at and say, man, that was great. Some stuff that I liked, some stuff that I didn't like. Bobby Lashley and MVP are out to usher in the Almighty era. Miz and Morrison come out. What did you think of Morrison's hair?
He had it last week too, and maybe even the week before that, and I
didn't even pay attention. Didn't pay attention to it.
Not like it since then. Like this isn't the first week he's been doing. I think it's the second week he's done this hairstyle, and I mean, kudos. He's standing out, but it's not for me.
I love it.
I'm not the one wearing it on my head, so you go.
It's 1989 AWA on ESPN hair, and I'm here for it. Drew comes out.
Very curious. He does get like the tease and like very good, which is very hard to get.
Yeah. When Drew comes out, I loved Miz's line, and you need to be worried about me. I thought that was so funny.
I hated all of this in terms of I just did not want to see the Miz as part of this. And okay, continue on. I didn't mean
he's not anymore because he got crushed by Drew McIntyre. If I were WWE, I'd have Drew McIntyre lay off the jokes and all that stuff. Like the little quips, like he ain't Deadpool. That ain't him. So
you don't like Drew McIntyre's jokes?
Nah, not really. I like Drew McIntyre. I just don't.
I do. I think he's pretty funny, and I even tweeted that out that I thought he had a really good sense of humor. And then you come at me with this, Sean.
I like Drew McIntyre a lot. It's just I think in that situation, I don't think he should be joking with these two people specifically. But he did turn around and say, oh, by the way, Miz, I got one for you too, bitch. Not direct quote, but basically did say that. which is a quote I actually heard one of my friends say to their mom while they were in a fist fight once. I'll tell that on the SmackDown post show one day. But he looks at Miz and he goes, "Got one for you too, bitch." And then he beats the living shit out of the Miz for like 10 minutes, which I was all for. Really, the limit of Miz's offense was a stupid distraction where Drew McIntyre is fixated with Morrison sunglasses. And that's really it. He beat the shit out of the Miz the entire match. And I thought that's exactly what should happen. Miz should not be competing with either one of these guys, and he really hasn't been. They've been beating the crap out of him.
Right, which is why it bothers me that the following week we have to see it all over again.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. So they announced this match that's officially happening at WrestleMania. I did kind of think that it came out of nowhere. I mean, obviously that was the match that most people expected was going to be taking place at WrestleMania, but I didn't expect for them to announce it just the way that they did tonight. But either way, I was like, okay, whatever. I wasn't completely, I was taken aback by it. But here's the thing though, is that I didn't like that for the whole majority of this portion, like we had to have Miz be part of this because yeah, he got completely beat up already by, by tonight by by Drew McIntyre. But the fact that we already had to see that twice before with Bobby Lashley, I didn't feel like we needed to see it again this week. However, with that being said, though, this match was actually a pretty fun beatdown in terms of the Miz actually took a pretty. I liked the way that Drew McIntyre kicked his butt. Is essentially what I want to say, especially because after he did the Claymore and he didn't go for the pin and he was like, "Nah, I'm not done with this guy yet." I liked that too, but it was just more of the fact of they announced the match, so I was expecting for them to go right into this. I didn't need everything else that they did with the Miz. I thought we could have completely done without all of that.
Well, Drew had never got his revenge on the Miz in that sense for taking his title from him. So I was fine with this. I don't
think I necessarily cared though.
I think that Drew McIntyre would have cared. His character would have cared.
He could have just kicked his butt really quickly in some backstage.
He did. He just beat his ass for 10 minutes and now he's done.
More than 10 minutes, I feel.
It was a while, but he beat his ass. And not only did he beat his ass, he put the Hurt Lock on the Miz, which I don't like as a finish, but I like Drew using it to add to the Lashley stuff.
Yeah, I did like that too. They made the best of it, is what I got to say for this match, for something that I was not interested in seeing.
69 names Deegan says, "New Raw challenge. Stop attacking Drew from behind because you a bitch." Well, yeah, and this is they're moving on from the Miz now. It's done. They got Miz into his next.
Sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive about it. They got him in his next feud already.
All right. Well, I hope so, because if I have to see this again next week, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, like I'm ready to see something new, and we are going to see something new, which we're going to get into because I had some issues there as well. But we'll go ahead and get into it. Backstage, you've got Bad Bunny and Damian Priest celebrating and or talking, celebrating his Grammy win, I guess. But tell me who else won a Grammy last night, Denise?
Oh, just my baby girl, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my baby girl made history. So there.
Somebody says 15-second thoughts on Elevation. Anakin does. I was covering Raw, my man. I wouldn't know what happened on Elevation yet. Can't watch it while it's going on. So sorry. I did see the Tony Khan angle. I think it was a rib. It was very funny. But yeah. R-Truth walks up. He's celebrating 316 Day, and he's got the Smoking Skull belt. And he gives it to Bad Bunny. And then Bad Bunny gives him the 24/7 title. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, why? And I mean, I get it. The 24/7 title means nothing. It means nothing. And I actually had people that said, oh, well, they're not going to, what else could they have done? And I'm like, whoa, we're not talking about Brock Lesnar being protected here. You're talking about Bad Bunny. His thing isn't like super tough guy. His thing is celebrity that hangs out with a really tough guy. And there were people that were like, oh, well, they can't have him eat a pinfall. And I'm like, what? Why? Especially Denise, because 5 minutes later, he got laid out with a guitar shot by The Miz. Now, they had trolled Miz and Morrison backstage. Damian Priest destroys Jackson Riker. That rules. That was good. Go away, Jackson Riker. Sure. but Bad Bunny just got hit with a guitar and laid out. It would have made a lot more sense to me if when The Miz did that, it cost him that title. Bad Bunny acted like it meant literally anything to him, even if it doesn't mean anything to anybody watching this. Bad Bunny, it means something to him because he gives a shit. And then that adds more to The Miz and Morrison against Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. I don't know why they did it like this. I have always hated handing the belt over. I hated it when Jeff Jarrett did it with Mark Henry. I hated it when the British Bulldog did it with Al Snow. I don't like it. I know I just unpacked an awful lot right there, but I did not get that at all.
I think they could have definitely done it in a more creative way. I 100% agree with that. However, I don't necessarily think that handing off at first, for a second, I thought, oh, well, that's not something that you want just for him to hand over the belt. But then at the same time, and you just touched on this, it's the 24/7 championship.
Sure.
I mean, if this would have been any other bout, I would have been like, what? Why would they do that? Like, just go ahead and take away all of its meaning. But nobody takes the 24/7 title seriously, okay?
But I mean, they have done it with other titles before. They did it with the WWF title in the 80s.
But I'm talking like recently, like right
Sure.
now. So in terms of like, had they done it with another bout, I would have been like terribly annoyed, right? And I think everybody would have been like super pissed or whatever. But for the 24/7 title, I just truthfully, I didn't care. And I did get what people meant by like, oh, they're not going to have them take a pin or, stuff like that. And that's cool and all. And I get that perspective as well. But then I just think that they could have found a different way to sort of incorporate the guitar shot that could have costed him to end up losing the 24/7 title. And that would have been something that would have actually made, given them a reason to then move forward along with this, feud with The Miz and Morrison and all of that. So it would have actually been better had they just moved a couple of pieces around for it to be framed for an actual story. But in that being said, I am happy that they finally had Damian Priest actually win in an impactful way, because I don't even want to talk about that last match that he had that was just like terrible. So I'm glad that they did that. And then I'm also glad that they finally had Bad Bunny do something, because that was one of the things that I said, like every single week, I kind of feel like we were seeing the same thing from Bad Bunny, the same thing. But this week, just him taking the, the guitar shot, that was pretty cool. That was perfectly fine. But I just think had they moved little things around to make more sense of this and more sense of getting the 24/7 title off of him, it would have been a lot better.
There was some excitement about that title when they debuted it. I mean, that was the most popular era of the hardcore title, was the 24/7 era. And they have been so lazy with it. And tonight, I think, was just the absolute peak of how lazy could they possibly be. And when I have people say, oh, well, what did you expect them to do? How about literally anything else? It is a scripted show. They make it up. They can do anything. They could have the Toys R Us giraffe run out and beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar if they want.
Toys R Us giraffe, that's where Tom G was born.
Well, there you go. Tom G, they could script Tom G to beat up Bobby Lashley if they wanted to.
Okay, so I was going to say something. Okay, do you think that maybe because you said, okay, they had hopes for the 24/7 title, right? They had hopes. Do you think that maybe it just became something so close to R-Truth, this character, that it sort of manifested into something that now belongs to R-Truth and is part of his gimmick now, instead of it actually being a championship that can have like these cool random moments?
Yes, they have gotten so lazy with it. It's just been so lazy. And this was one of those, like, I was frustrated by it, but I couldn't be bothered by it because it was just like, of course they did. Of course they did. Instead of adding something that provided emotion, John Morrison could have won the damn thing. What if Miz hit him with it and John Morrison won it? And then John Morrison immediately, because he's been the comic relief, right? He's been the comic relief of this act. And then maybe Damian Priest finds him next week backstage, beats the crap out of him, and somebody else wins it. But to Bad Bunny, it should mean something. That, especially if you're really hammering home, this guy's a fan, he really loves wrestling. What says that he loves wrestling more than the fact that he
for Stone Cold Steve Austin gear? So,
well, I think it would say an awful lot if this guy, and he really does care about wrestling, but within the context of the show, what says it more than the fact that he, of all people, one of the biggest music stars, gives a shit about a title that nobody else gives a shit about because he loves wrestling so much? Man.
I don't know. Maybe he was just in such a good mood from his Grammy win that he felt like he was in a giving nature and he just had to give it away.
Yes. So I mean, they were just
done this differently.
I guess it makes sense because at the Grammys they were just giving them out to anybody, nobody special.
I will cut you. I will. You know what? This live stream, I will like chop your head off, blow it up. I don't care.
That is a terroristic threat, Denise.
I don't give a damn.
My God. Did you all see the Godzilla versus King Kong trailer? Yeah, in Denise's eyes just now I did.
No. Oh, I was going to say, did you really watch the trailer?
No, I didn't.
So you didn't watch the trailer?
No.
Oh.
Somebody says, his camera's blurry. Get over it, man. Get over it. I don't know what to tell you. You keep on commenting this. Move on. You'll be all right. You can hear me. You can see me. You're all right. I'm tired of those comments. Unless there's like serious tech issues.
Why is your camera blurry though?
It's not blurry. It's all right. No, it's fine. My ring light is a little bit further away. I think people are going to be all right. I think they're going to survive.
You know what, Sean? I'm just a little bit disappointed in you.
Yeah, Jonathan
here with 3 ring lights, and you can't move your ring light a little bit closer.
You got 3?
Yes, I have 3 ring lights in here.
Jonathan Hedman says giving the belt away is worse than finding the TV belt in the trash can. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's that bad. I don't know if it's that bad.
Or what about swapping the belts? What's worse?
I think that the trash can's the worst because that literally says that this title is trash. And I don't like that. Trent Gaspard says Shane McMahon making big money moves, buying stock in Nickelodeon this week.
Hey, they could do the thing that they did with the NFL. Well, you know, when the NFL did the Nickelodeon thing and they had the Nickelodeon people explaining the rules and all of that. Hey, maybe they could do that with WWE.
Yeah. So they did this shitty promo, Denise. It was a stupid promo. And Daniel R says, remember when Shane returned in 2016? Why, WWE? Why? So Braun, first off, Braun says he's been bullied his whole life. By Ivy League school. Shane did not go to an Ivy League school, first off. I think he went to Boston U, but that didn't happen. But then they have a match that's set up. And Braun kicks him, but then Shane just beats the living shit out of him. Like, Shane beats his ass with a camera. And he went full Buzz Lightyear. He was not flying anymore. He was falling with style into that table. He's not getting that elevation quite as much anymore, Denise. But
it wasn't bad, though.
It wasn't.
Still got some height in there.
He fell. He didn't jump anywhere. He used to jump up. Now he just jumps and like coasts down.
Some credit. He played hopscotch during this.
It's like throwing a piece of paper off a table. Like you just flip it off of there. You hope it'll get somewhere. But then he slimed Braun Strowman. So Braun Strowman, a night after the Grammys, wins his first Kids' Choice Award, I guess.
When are the Kids' Choice Awards?
I don't know, but Nerd Guru says this feud is a feud for kindergartners, so maybe one of them will tell us.
We got hopscotch, slime, and a playground, a swing set, all in the same episode of Raw.
They got to get that young demographic, I guess.
We got it all.
I would be fine if next week Braun just says, I'm going to throw you off some shit. Please leave me alone until then. And they didn't do anything else because this is bad.
Now, let me get this straight, though. So this feud, this storyline between Braun and Shane is literally just that. Braun is upset that Shane thinks he's dumb, and Shane is trying to say that he's not dumb, that he's not bullying him, but is still calling him dumb, and is bullying him. This is the gist of this storyline.
Yep.
It's just, to me, like, I kind of felt like this whole back and forth interaction between Braun and Shane.
Hold on.
Literally.
There yesterday.
Bruh.
I love it. Go ahead.
So what I'm trying to say here is they literally had the type of argument that I feel like I've had with toddlers where I'm like, you're dumb. Yeah, well, you're dumb. Well, you look like a booger. You know, like that sort of thing. That is exactly what this felt like.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Aaron Entertainment says slime match at WrestleMania. Probably something stupid like that, Denise.
Well, I don't know what to say. It wasn't what I expected, and I was looking forward to this match. I had hope. And that's why I kind of don't want to see any more interaction between them until the actual match. But we're getting the Fastlane match though.
We have some completely out of context super chats. Are they wrestling at Fastlane?
Didn't they announce it?
I don't think so.
Or did I misunderstand? Bro, I'm pretty sure they announced it.
I'll check. I mean, Jesus.
When they were announcing
yeah, they did. I'll be goddamn. They did.
Oh my God, you made me think I was crazy.
No.
What did I not pay attention?
I missed it. I completely missed it. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So they announced it at Fastlane. So now I'm thinking that they're going to do this match at Fastlane, and then they could do an added stipulation at WrestleMania, and it could be a slime match.
Yes. Brandon Charles Powell says, Denise convinced me that she attacked John Moxley. I think she attacked Hideo Itami as well. Who's Bobby going to face at Fastlane? I would say nobody, Denise.
Is there anybody that you're like, let's do it, that would make sense in the scope of it all?
Nope.
No,
nobody.
Right? So just no then.
Nope. K Boogie says Taylor wins album of the year. Drake debuts at number 1 and 3 in the charts. My faves run the music industry. You got to love it. I don't have to love it. Healthy the Mountaintop says, forget ranch. This guy uses bean juice as pizza dip.
What is bean juice?
I don't know.
Is it just like beans, like liquid beans?
I wouldn't know. BioMonkey says Shane and Strowman at Mania, showcase of the Immortals, everybody. Glad we're getting this instead of literally anything else. They're going to be, the part-timers are few and far between. No Brock, no Triple H. I mean.
I'll have comments later on about that.
Taker's done. Man, Tim Traver, our friend, says, I want everybody to know I'm going through a hard time. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers right now. I'm in the grieving process. Our buddy Tim's had a tough time lately, been through some surgeries. We hope you get better, my friend. One of our favorite people. Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time, says Shane versus Braun is just playhouse.
I'm trying to read the super chat, Sean. Shane versus Braun is just playhouse. Expect both of them are being the abusive spouse. Huh? What?
It was worth it just for the name. Brandon Charles Powell says if Braun was bullied, then Mean Street Posse needs to come out. I would love to see the Mean Street Posse come out.
I can't imagine Braun. Well, Braun really was bullied, though, wasn't he? Or was he?
Hell if I know.
Oh.
Hell if I know.
I felt like it was an actual thing. Or I'm confused.
I hope he was. I mean, I hope
was bullied. Or was that? No, I think
I hope he wasn't. I hope he wasn't. YouTube Championship Wrestling says, Sean, please win Quizlemania this week. Naturally, my friend. Zach Barber says, Mickey Guyton stole the show at the Grammys last night. Sorry, Denise.
Look, I'm sorry, but all these cheap shots at Taylor really don't mean anything. She just made history last night, so I could give a rat's ass about people's comments. Smile, wink.
I am Lelucha says Denise finally realized ranch is disgusting on Za.
What?
I guess not. Ricardo Holt says Godzilla is Denise's fault. Damn. What? Why are people coming for you tonight?
People are always coming for me. That's what happens when you're at the top.
Well, if you want people coming for you, you're going to want that rock hard erection, and Blue Chew has you covered. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form at a fraction of the cost. Their tablets help men achieve harder and stronger erections to combat all forms of ED, or maybe just some confidence. Do you want to slime that special someone? Well, do it in style with BlueChew.com code Fightful. You'll get your first shipment free. Just pay $5 shipping. Their licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. And here's the best thing. Those licensed medical providers, done online. You don't have to wait in line at the pharmacy. You don't have to go to the doctor's office. You talk to them, they find the right active ingredient, they send it to you. It's made in the USA. They prepare and ship direct, and it's cheaper than a pharmacy. Get that extra confidence. You don't have to have a problem to use bluechew.com/Fightful or code Fightful. I'm pretty sure that would work too. bluechew.com, code Fightful. Oh my God. How you doing, Denise?
I can't tell you.
What? I heard a bunch of shuffling over there.
I was going to go to the bathroom, but I didn't think I had enough time, and I panicked. So I went to the door, and I was like, wait, Sean's not going to last long
do
enough.
You want me to carry this show while you use the restroom?
Thank you. I would very much appreciate it.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll read some super chats. I'll mute her mic. Denise has to go take a massive dump, everybody. She sent it to me in the chat here. So I want you guys to tweet her, #Denise's massive dump. Denise's massive dump. That's what we're here for. I am going to read off some of these super chats. Anakin says, RIP seeing Denise react to ads. We'll get the reaction, but hey, we don't use that term, that V word. Treating Denise like a Christian or like Christian, but the blue dots, a Blue Chew sponsorship. I love it. Yes, indeed. Brian Moore says, back in my day when wrestling rings were men, we should have never seen Braun versus Shane. I am a huge proponent of the when rings were men approach. Reminder, guys, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, tap that bell for notifications. And Denise is back. That is, you know what?
Sorry.
That is record time for what we are saying is Denise's massive dump.
I drank a lot of water prior to this. I'm sorry. I needed to go to the bathroom prior to the stream, but it was taken, okay? Jesus.
Well, now you're taking a number 2. Big dump, Denise. Carl says that Blue Chew segue. Mwah. Oh my gosh. Denise Salcedo.
Okay, why were you guys talking about my bowel movements while I left?
Fastest dump in the biz. Put that on your new redesigned website, Denise.
On my resume, I can take a fast dump.
Oh my God. What are we doing here?
I'm a lady. My fiance's watching the stream.
I know.
He's like, I'm changing my mind on this woman.
I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad for him. Because, I get messages from my wife all the time that's like, I can't believe you're talking about this on the air. Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time, says, Braun and Shane should have a Raw Underground match in a literal underground, just like Taylor Swift did after Kanye cut her speech off. Zach Barber says, technically, so did Mickey. First black female country singer to perform at the Grammys. What are you going to say about that, Denise?
I don't have nothing to say. I don't pit women against each other. They all have crowns. I'm not this type of people.
Shane versus Braun in a Raw Underground match at Mania. I don't think we're getting that.
This stream has gone off the rails, Sean. How am I bounce back from this?
It really has. Alexa Bliss challenges Randy Orton to a match. He accepts, Denise. What? You're going to interrupt me some more, Denise?
No, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done talking. Continue on.
Heathy the Mountaintop says, hashtag 18-second dump, hashtag the bowel movement.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Oh, wow.
So,
amazing.
Alexa Bliss challenges Randy Orton. He accepts.
I don't know what this is going to be, but I'm ready for it, and I have a feeling that people are going to have some comments.
Yeah, what do you expect from this? Like a cinematic gimmick here? I think so.
Would have to be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you would think.
That they're doing. And people are going to have, their thoughts on this. So I feel like the best way to get around it is by doing something cinematic.
Got some Randy Orton related news dropping on Fightful Select this week, and it's a story that you guys are going to want to hear about. Anakin says, so Denise didn't take sides in Taylor versus Katie?
Oh, I cut her. That was different.
Wow. Wow. Dana Rose and Mandy Brooke defeated Lana and Naomi. R-Truth was trying to get both teams to drink with him for 316 Day. I liked that segment. That was a lot of fun.
That was really funny. Yeah, I like that.
Then Shayna and Nia are out for commentary. I don't think that I needed an Asuka return in the middle of this match. They cannot help themselves but to get whoever the Raw Women's Champion is involved in any tag team shit. Did I say Dana Rose and Mandy Brooke? Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. There you go.
Well, that was exactly what I was thinking. I thought so they promoted the fact that Asuka was going to be coming back. Okay, cool. And but the way that they did it during this match, I wasn't crazy about because I didn't think we needed Nia and Shayna on commentary first off. But once they did the Asuka run in and all of this, and then I figured, okay, well, that's obviously why they did this commentary segment. But I just felt like it took away from that match. And then secondly, again, it clustered everything. It threw in, the Raw Women's Champion mixed in with the NXT, I was gonna say the NXT tag team title, with the tag team championships. And it's a constant reminder now that all of that is all mixed into one bowl together. And I don't necessarily care for that. I thought it should have been its own special thing to have her return, instead of having it be like this.
I completely agree. Not much more I can add to that. Dana and Mandy get the win. Okay, cool. Speaking of mixing things in the same bowl, Carl says, hope you washed your hands at least, Denise.
You want to smell them? Jesus.
I don't think we do, Denise.
My hands smell delicious, okay?
So later that night, tonight, Asuka controls things against Shayna Baszler, takes out Nia. Asuka gets put in the Kirifuda clutch, rolls back, gets the win. I'm tired of seeing Shayna get pinned with this over and over again. Pretty sure she knows by now to let go of the fucking hold. It is a lazy finish. But afterwards, I really loved the post-match where Asuka's aggressive and going after Shayna Baszler. Oblivious Carey says, is Baszler being punished? Surely something is up. No, Vince just doesn't quite get her the way that other people do. And Ryan B. Jam says, Asuka and Shayna in a tooth-for-a-tooth match at Mania. Book it, Vince, you coward. Well, this thing did show me how much fun a Shayna-Asuka badasses match would be, but that's not what we're getting.
For a second, I thought that they were going to play out this tooth thing because they did mention it, quite a few times during this. And I thought, oh no, we're going to head into something where they're going to do something with teeth. I don't know. Considering that we had vampire Shayna a while back, I feel like it's not too far out of the possibility. But Asuka finally snapping was really what she needed to do, what they needed to do for the character, because at this point it was just getting sad already. The fact that she wasn't getting the respect that she deserved as a champion, that any champion should. And so I'm just happy that we finally got to see a different side of Asuka, and I hope that they continue this moving forward because they just need to do something new with her to refresh her, because now she just feels like she's just there.
They really, really did. So, Aaron, you might want to send your super chat again, buddy. Type it with some stars, unless I don't think I see it up here. But there was no Charlotte tonight. There's no Reginald tonight, which is a good thing.
Applaud.
Rhea has not debuted yet. I want something different than what they're doing.
Well, I'm wondering if they're going to have Rhea come out like even after WrestleMania, because they kept saying she was coming soon on. Did they mean like, okay, she's coming soon on Raw, or is she just coming soon in general? Because obviously she's going to be on Raw, right? But that could have meant a pay-per-view too.
Yes. Well, Aaron plays. I did find your super chat. He says, do you all think they'll do Asuka versus Charlotte at Mania? When do you think Rhea debuts? Maybe after Mania. Looking like after Mania. I really think it should be Rhea. They should have debuted her way earlier. She should have just ran through everybody and said, no. I've already earned the title shot. I want the title shot. She's a phenom. She should be treated like a phenom. She should be treated like she's special.
I think today kind of felt a little weird because they were making a lot of really fast, sudden WrestleMania matches, fast, sudden Fastlane moves. It was kind of like, we're preparing for, obviously they're preparing for two shows, but it sort of all got sort of convoluted in it all. So I kind of feel like they ran out of time for certain things or didn't give enough time for certain things and then gave too much time to other things. So it kind of just feels like everything right now is the timetable of things are all over the place. And I'm really bummed because I really did think we were going to have Rhea Ripley in some sort of match at WrestleMania. And now it just kind of feels like everything that I thought for WrestleMania, not thought, but everything that I hoped that would happen is not happening.
And we still don't know if they're doing a battle royal there or anything like that. Nerd Guru says these are the two most dominant NXT women's champs. The story writes itself, but they don't recognize NXT. It's very sad to see. And 69 Names Deegan says, I adore Shayna with all my heart, but I love seeing Asuka's more violent side return. Dumb finish per usual. Happy to see my Empress return. Yes, now they need to get her in something that matters. Stop putting her in the tag team division. Let the tag teams do their own thing. Keep it separate for a while. Love of God.
Well, she's going to be feuding with Shayna for a while. I have a feeling that this is going to be a whole mixture of tag teams and they're just going to be mixing it all together. I think that's the direction that they're going to be heading, obviously, after tonight.
Kennedy asks who made history bigger, Beyonce or Taylor?
Well, here's the thing is that obviously Beyonce's history has been longer, but that does not diminish the work of Taylor Swift because she did something incredible last night. She was the first woman to ever win Album of the Year 3 times for 3 different genres, which is very difficult to do.
TGO 720 says chances Io drops the NXT belt to face Asuka on Mania Night 2. I wouldn't count on it. I'm not counting on much, if any, NXT crossover after
Plus,
what we've seen.
Nights too, so it's like they're gonna have to do their stuff there, get their stuff in.
Flame Inc. says Asuka versus Maki Ito. Who would win? Oh, Asuka, without a doubt. Asuka is booked way heavier. Maki Ito never wins anymore. Like that's the thing, is that she just keeps losing. Mikey T MMA Show said, love the show tonight. Raw's come a long way over the past few weeks. Can't wait to see how this all plays out for Mania. Any thoughts on the Fiend's new look? Hashtag Denise's massive dump.
Well, I don't know what to say. Jesus. All right. What was the first question?
There was none, but it's what do you think of the Fiend's new look? Or what are you thinking for it?
I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be. I feel like right now, given what they're doing with Alexa Bliss, it still has to follow along something of those lines, but I just don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do there. I feel like we might not even get a massive change the way that people expect it to be. I feel like if anything, it might even be something very, very similar.
Jamie Miles says, what are they going to do in the Sasha Nia match this Friday? Gosh, I don't know. I'm sure the match will be good, but it's WWE, so I expect some unsatisfying finish, Denise.
Well, that bums me out. But because everything that's been happening with Bianca and Sasha, and I know that's a different topic for a different show, but everything that's been happening with them necessarily hasn't booked them to be one of the hottest feuds going into WrestleMania, which is very shocking. So kind of throwing that in there with this too, which I honestly thought that this 3 weeks ago, I really thought that this match at Fastlane was going to be Nia and Shayna versus Dakota and Raquel. So that should tell you that I was on a whole different thought process of how this was all going to play out.
We had the New Day winning the Raw Tag Team Championships for the 11th time. That is just, I mean, we're seeing one of the greatest tag teams in the history of wrestling, period, at this point. Like, I know there will be some people who wank and hate recency stuff, but they've been a team for 7 years now. They've won 11 championships. They have killer matches. They are one of the greatest tag teams in the history of wrestling, and they further cement it. I think you can hot potato titles like this, Denise, if you're having great matches like they are, and it increases the title a lot more than if you just have them face the same people over and over again. The matches aren't good, and you have them just 50-50 all the time. I don't mind hot potatoing the title as long as I know I'm going to get a great match out of it. They had really good chemistry. New Day is high flying and fast. Hurt Business, even Cedric wrestles so bigger than he actually is. Like, he's picked that up from Shelton. But New Day got the win. How'd you feel about this?
So I actually really didn't care going into this match. I really did think that Hurt Business was going to win. And I was just expecting just your I knew it was obviously a championship match, so obviously they were gonna have to step it up a little bit. But I was expecting just a match. Okay, that's what I was expecting. But watching it, I really felt like they made me get excited for this match. They started doing so much during it that I really wasn't expecting, and especially like the last couple of minutes, I thought were just like boom, boom, boom. So I really enjoyed all of that. And when the New Day won, I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. I really did think that the Hurt Business was just going to retain. No problems. That's it. That's really what I thought. So I see, in terms of the tag division, I do think that they still need more teams because there's only so many options right now. So the fact that they got these titles, I have a feeling that's going to be a while going back and forth. Why are you making that?
Well, they added a team, Denise. Aaron Place says excited for Omos's debut at Mania. Your boy, AJ Styles came out and he said, nah, Denise, piss off. I'm not facing Triple H. I'm facing the New Day. And Omos, like AJ was basically like, I'm running out of shit to do. Let me face you for your title. And they're like, okay. And I like that they kept it short and sweet with Omos's line. I'm not that excited for it because I've seen some video of his matches, but that was a year ago. I hope that he's come a long way and they cover things up there.
He's gonna be in good hands. I think the match will be perfectly fine. I think it'll be fun. I think they're gonna protect him in there. He's only gonna do whatever he can do. But I will tell you, I was very, very disappointed when this was announced as the match that AJ's WrestleMania match. I kind of felt like I was a deflated balloon. Like I had all this hope, excitement, and it just went out.
And Shelton and Cedric deserve to do something good at WrestleMania after their year. They deserve to do something at WrestleMania. And I don't mean just be cronies on the outside for Bobby Lashley, because I don't want to see cronies outside for Lashley and Drew McIntyre. I want to see two guys beat the living shit out of each other without frills. That's what I want to see, but they deserve something better. Yeah. Ryan B. James says took Kofi's finisher, Wood's finisher, and the New Day tag finisher to pin Shelton. I love seeing him getting used so well. It makes me very happy. He was my last favorite wrestler before I got into wrestling media, so it makes me very happy.
Wait, who was your last favorite wrestler?
Shelton was.
Oh, okay.
Norm Summers, I used to watch him, I think, on ESPN2 when he wrestled in college even. So when he popped up in WWE, it was pretty cool. Norm Summers says the New Day Mortal Kombat gear and the match were great. They don't need the titles, but definitely deserve them. Omos should cosplay as Jax for Mania. My friend actually made the shoes for Kofi Kingston, his Mortal Kombat themed shoes. But that would be cool if Omos does like a bit of an homage to somebody who could crush them. I think that would be cool.
I'm looking forward to this match, even though, again, it was not my pick for a WrestleMania match. I'm still looking forward to it.
Sure. Rhyming Orange says the best thing for the tag division is merging the titles. I disagree. I think the best thing would be booking it like it matters, building more tag teams, and filling out the 5 hours of TV that you have with good, high-quality tag team wrestling. Almost everybody in AEW is in a tag team. Almost everybody. There is nothing wrong with almost everybody in Raw having a tag team for whenever they need it. It's not a problem for them.
If they didn't merge the titles when it felt like they really should have, like a couple months back, it really felt like they were actually heading that direction. I don't think they're going to do it now. And it's just really, yeah, I agree. They just need to do a lot more to make the titles more meaningful.
Mikey T says, any chance we see Strowman throw Shane off something crazy at Mania? I'm going to put on my forecast hat here, Denise. I am predicting a 100% chance of that happening. Shane's getting thrown off of something.
And I hope it's going to make it all worth it. See, that's why I was looking forward to this from the beginning. That's why I didn't care. I know people were trashing it right from the start, but I was like, okay, there's going to be some crazy spot, and I'm there for that. Now, unfortunately, the way we're getting there isn't the best road, but whatever.
Brian Doyle says, unsatisfying finish sounds like a night with your significant other minus the Blue Chew co-Fightful. That's what I appreciate right there. Ali came up short against Riddle. This match was really short. I didn't expect that. Ali beat his ass for a while. Some really good strike exchanges in this, but Retribution had the ref distracted when Ali went for the pin. So Riddle reversed momentum and hit Bro Derek. The match was fine. I am completely over Retribution. They need to do something different. And I was saying that they need to do something different ago, Denise. When they were,
it's been the same song we've been singing here.
When they had the 4-foot tall guy waddling towards the camera, I said they need to do something different. When they're throwing 2 cinder blocks through the same window, I said they need to do something different. When they debuted them and they gave them stupid names, I said they need to do something different. When they had one talking like Bane, I said they need to do something different. When they started to lose all the time, I said they need to do something different. When they had Ali come in, I was like, all right, cool. We'll see how this works. Within a month, I said they need to do something different. Well, here we are. We're on like number 6 or 7, Denise.
I think they've tried out all the ideas, and you were going to still say they need to try something different. But no, it's really true. They really do need to try something different. My thing is every time Retribution loses a match, they always shoot the camera at them, and they're always like, what? They always have the wicked, this actually happened, we lost. And I'm like, bro,
Yes.
You guys have been losing, this is terrible. And I actually liked this match for what it was. I will say that much. I thought this was a very fine match for both Riddle and Ali. Riddle looked fantastic. There was a great win for him. I loved all of that. But it's just on the Riddle side, great, hoorah, everything's fine, whatever, things are getting better for him. But on the Retribution side, it's like, what can you do? Just break up the group, start from scratch, do something else, because it's like Retribution's cursed or something. It's just not going to work out anymore for them.
Riddle riding through the speech was very funny. Like him just scooting through.
You know, I missed him. I figured it was him, but I was looking somewhere else, and then he passed by, and I was like, wait, was that Riddle? But I actually missed it. Like, I just caught, like, the last, little seconds of that.
Aaron Play says, you guys make Monday so much better. Thank you. Well, thank you, and I appreciate you sending that in a super chat. I can't tell you how important that stuff is. We do not operate at, like, a giant profit. We basically operate at cost, so every time that you guys are able to do that, it makes us pay our writers more and our podcasters more. I can get... Yeah, except for Denise, who got 4 raises last year. Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. Thank you for super chatting right now. Says something different would be a bunch of legends grouping called Recreation to fight Retribution. Well, they would win. I mean,
would they though? I don't. Well, actually, yeah, against Retribution, I guess you're right.
Main event time. Bobby Lashley defeated, huh?
I was like, I didn't realize that it was already time for the main event.
Yep, main event time. Another good match. Sheamus is having an unbelievable in-ring run. Him and Bobby Lashley hit each other a lot, Denise. It was a sirloin beef sons of bitches battle, and I love a good sirloin beef sons of bitches battle.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine.
You don't appreciate the beef, Denise.
No, because I like the chorizo. You're not going to get that joke. You're not going to get it.
I'm trying, like I said, I'm picking up some Spanish. Say it again.
No, I can't say it again. It was a one-time joke. If somebody here got it, please appreciate it. If you didn't, you did it.
Joseph Correa says appreciation super chat for Ali swinging neck breaker on the floor. My bad. Well, here's the thing. We got Oscar Rosales and like, okay, somebody tell me, because
no, somebody else could explain it. I literally can't explain this to you on air. Like, I literally
it's
cannot.
Very clearly that the Hispanic members of our audience base right now reacting to this. Oh, sausage.
But it's
Kyler. Oh boy, Mexican sausage. Denise. What have we done to you, Denise?
I'm sorry. It was right there. I had to take it.
Denise, I don't want to hear about you taking sausage on the air.
It's chorizo, okay?
This is a wrestling podcast. It used to be a wrestling podcast. Denise, I break as much, if not more, wrestling news than anybody in the world. And we're sitting here talking about chewable wiener pills and sausage on the
Call
air.
yourself the Dong Lord and sell dick pills.
Call myself the Dong Lord. Oh, pardon me, Denise.
I say one joke, and that's it. I'm appalling.
Call myself the Dong Lord. I just ask you, Denise, look at the chat right now in about 10 seconds and see who calls me the Dong Lord, because I bet it's everybody. I bet everybody's in that chat calling me the Dong Lord. Wow, Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time since I live in Japan and got that joke.
Oh, okay, well, that's good to know.
Brian Doyle says Bobby versus Sheamus was, to quote Biggie, big meaty men slapping meat.
I had actually something important to say about this, and now I completely forgot. So thanks.
By the way, bam, 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 bam. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Can we get back to the wrestling, please?
Look at this. Can we? Looks like you're wrestling with reality right now.
Wait, I don't understand. I know you call yourself the Dong.
I don't call myself that. The people call me that, Denise. Come on. So Bobby Lashley wins. The only thing that put this result in doubt was Drew sitting out there. But this was, I thought, a lot of fun. And go ahead.
Are you looking forward to Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley at the moment?
Yes, I am.
You're excited because I don't feel that yet.
It is not. It is not a night one main event. It is not a main event over Sasha and Bianca. That's for damn sure. So
I don't think they're doing that feud justice either. I would say
they're not.
Storyline, they're along the same.
I'm interested in Sasha versus Bianca in spite of what they're doing. It's just like I could tune that out for the next 2 or 3 weeks and still be excited in that main events. But as a like second or third down the card, I think Drew versus Lashley is pretty solid.
Because I just feel like I personally am not really all that excited about it yet. And I hope that in the next couple of weeks, they do get me excited about this match. But this match for me, I thought was a perfectly fine Raw match. But I won't say that I was crazy, like, oh my God, about it. I wasn't like completely feeling it. However, I did think that after Sheamus hit the white noise, they did do a good job of making me think that he might actually win this, even though obviously I was expecting Lashley to win. For a second, I thought, okay, maybe Sheamus might actually have this. So good for them on making me think that for a split
He's been great at that. He's been great at that over the last few months. He really has. And this match came about because Sheamus was mad that Lashley attacked Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus was like, no, I wanted him at 100%. I want to eliminate all doubt this weekend. Well, he loses. And then when Lashley goes after him again, Drew McIntyre's like, nope, I want him at his best too. And they faced off. We have some super chats. Jamie Miles says, your Lashley Drew prediction for Mania. Hear me out, Denise. I think they're going to wait. This might be one where they call the result of the match in the ring. I think Vince is going to send word of who's going to win this match to the headset after they hear the reaction to each man, because there are going to be so many people who we have no idea what kind of reaction they're going to get.
That's true too, because I forgot. It's obviously not going to be Thunderdome. It's not going to be the Thunderdome. That's going to be real people. I don't know why I forgot, but I don't know, because I almost feel like they're not going to give Drew that another WrestleMania moment. It's kind of like, well, we already been there, done that, right? But at the same time, is Bobby Lashley there yet? Is he going to get the reaction from people that they want, the reaction they want him to get, right? We don't know that for sure, because I'm sure there's other people like me that are just like, I could really care less right now. I don't really care, whatever. So this is going to be very interesting to me, because I don't know how this is going to play out, because I can see it going both ways.
Brian Doyle says, would either one of you be opposed to seeing Bobby retain the title at WrestleMania, given the fantastic run he's had? No, not at all. I think as of right this moment, he's the better choice to win.
Well, yeah, because I feel like we've also already seen what Drew can be as champion, and I do think that we can have a little break from that.
Yes.
So I think there is more curiosity of, if Bobby Lashley wins, what will he do next? So, and then once obviously people have tired of that, then hey, move on to the next person.
I should say I think they could have done a lot better for Drew. He should have faced winners outside of Randy Orton. I Am Malucha says, stimulus hits this Wednesday. Thank you guys for making WWE and wrestling in general so much more enjoyable. Cheers to you guys in 2021. Thank you so much for that. hey, we're having fun. We're having fun, by God. That's what we do. So I appreciate that very much. Mikey says NWO Hollywood Denise in full effect.
No.
There you go.
Every time before I start this podcast, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything that's too out there. I'm not going to do anything that's too out there. I'm just gonna be me. And then me, it's just,
69 names Deegan says, thank you all for making my Tuesday morning insomnia better. 4 a.m. gang. Love the slow corruption of Denise. Dong Lord for life. Look at that. Oh, 69 names Deegan giving me the shout out. And she gets the benefit right now because I don't think that they've moved the clocks forward yet there. That's why I was like, when Adam hit me up like, hey, can you do Quizlemania this week because of the time change? I was like, yeah, it works way better. Now I don't have to miss listing your boy. Like, I don't have to move that at all. I wish it would stay the same. Nick says, with no sign of part-timers like Brock and Cena, these builds need to feel huge. Tonight was a start, but with Bobby and Drew, Roman and Edge aren't hot yet.
I agree. I agree with everything Nick says. I feel this way about every match right now. I
They've
feel
cooled,
bad because I want to be excited.
They've cooled it down. Like, Bobby and Drew, I think, has some room. The promos they've made for Edge have taken me out of it. The way that they built Sasha and Bianca have taken me out of it. Nuts. Darth Hatch says, here's a few dollars to help build an extra washroom in the studio. And Nerd Guru says, I can't wait for Roman to get cheered. I think there's a real good chance he gets cheered big time. But I hope Vince isn't like, oh, goddamn, there we go.
Who knows? Maybe the fans won't even know what to do. And if you get, then you're like, what page are we on, guys? What's going on? I haven't seen people in forever.
I'm so excited to see who gets cheered. Denise, go ahead and read that.
No, I can read that.
Is that the queen? Is it the princess of sausage or the queen of sausage?
La Reina de Chorizo, which is the queen of sausage.
Yeah, okay, the queen of sausage. I'm not far off. I'm getting better at this, Denise. Admit it.
The same words. They've been giving you the same words over and over, Sean. It's about time you learn.
Not the queen.
Somebody just read that. I just read that like 2 weeks ago on.
Okay, well, I'm still learning, damn it. How about that one?
Faster, Sean?
It's a new language. I'm trying.
Speed it up.
I wanted to try to learn Japanese, but it's so much harder with a different alphabet. Like, it's so much harder because you got to learn a whole new alphabet.
Look, if you want to learn Spanish, you got a real live Dora the Exploradora here, so might as well just ask me.
Ryan B. James says, I was annoyed that the cameras missed Miz hitting Bunny with the guitar. Had to see through a replay. Yeah, they do that. They do it way too often, too. Nerd Guru says, I don't get why every title feud, women and men alike, have to have a third wheel. Why can't they just let two people have a feud that ends in a match? Because they won't book one person to win and one person to win, and then eventually those two winners face each other and fight each other.
I'm actually feeling the direction if they do this if they do a triple threat with Roman, Edge, and Daniel. I do kind of feel that a little bit more than just Roman versus Edge, which is kind of not what I was planning on saying, because usually I kind of feel the same way too, where I rather have a one-on-one match than a triple threat or anything like that. So yeah.
And but William Davis says it feels like they may have missed it on purpose to give him a soft hit. I think that's very possible. But this Sunday, I actually don't know who's going to be on the Fastlane post show with me, but we've got Back for the Attack and Fastlane this Sunday. This Thursday, myself and Louie are making our Fastlane predictions.
You know, and you asked Denise, but you just had to ask Louie.
Louie doesn't charge us. I got a budget to hit.
Well, you know
Mikey says,
Louie.
Mikey, I will track down your last super chat. Don't you worry, my friend. No, I got it. NWO Hollywood Denise in full effect tonight. I got it. But I've got that Thunder Rosa interview, guys. Please check that out. Please share it. I can't tell you how much that helps us out. Denise, what do you got going on?
I was like, wait, what do I have going on? Well, I have Fastlane going on this weekend. That's what I'm doing this week, plus a bunch of other shows and stuff like that. I don't have anything else really going on, to be honest. It's just the same old. So Twitter and Instagram @ Denise Salcedo, youtube.com/Denise Salcedo.
Guys, I'll be here throughout the week. I've actually got some appointments this week. I will not be on the SmackDown post show I'm getting LASIK Friday. Jeff Hawkins will be filling in for me. I'm sorry in advance, guys.
Are you going to be here on Monday?
Yes, I'll be here Monday.
It gives you 2 days to recover?
So yeah, I'll be back at work Sunday, actually. I'm doing LASIK Friday, and I'm taking that day off. The doctor said you need to take Saturday off as well. I'll see how Sunday goes. I should probably get somebody on the staff to review that show with me, just in case. But I'm actually going to Lexington that day. I'm filming with Danhausen, so I'll be working by Sunday.
Oh my God. Well, I hope everything goes well. I'm rooting for you, Sean.
Thank you. I am very, very ready to not have vomit-inducing headaches all day long. Guys, thank you all so much. Please leave a thumbs up on this video. Until next time, we're out.